This was a Tesla certified pre-owned vehicle, and when you buy one of those, it comes with a certain expectation of quality, and this is not the expectation that I had. I'm blocking 1, 2, 3, 4 neighbours. If I press down on the lever, it won't go into drive, so press, it's still in park. I'm going to press up for reverse, not doing anything at all. Check this out. If I lift this up, let's take that out of the way, and bone dry, but if I press it a lot, that sounds a bit wet. But if I show you in the back footwell, I've got a piece of kitchen roll just to demonstrate. There's the kitchen roll. If I just press down, you can see it's just absolutely sodden. Right, before I can drive anywhere, I'm gonna have to clean the windscreen on the inside. So look at this. Right, so I've made it to the Tesla service centre in Bristol again. And what's quite interesting is when you arrive, if you've navigated here, then on the screen of your car it does give you tips of what to do when you get here, so as you can check in. Now I have had a text saying I've got a courtesy car and I have to, what does it say? Oh yeah, I've got a loaner assigned to me. It's given me the registration number. And it tells me what to do. So basically you have to use your app to control the loaner vehicle while you've got it, so they don't give you any physical keys. So that's going to be interesting. Let's go for a walk and find the car. And just to show, it is still damp in here. If I press down on there, look, you can still see there is water. There's not as much as there was the other day, but we haven't had as much rain, to be honest, but it is still a problem. Actually, I didn't have to walk far because it's this white Model 3 literally opposite where I was parked. Right, so I better do a quick walk around of the car before I take it, just to make sure there's no major damage. Little chip here, a chip here, a few little chips, a bit of a scrape just here on the front of it. This wheel is scuffed just down here. All the side seems okay, there's no dents that I can see. The wheels are pretty damaged. Let's go around the back. It's basically about the same age as my car. It's a 2021. There's a little chip there, another little chip there, and we're back where we started. Okay, that was quite easy. The app just talks you all through it when you stand next to the car, and it sets it up as a phone key. So anyway, this is a Model 3 long range, it appears. It's charged to 95% and it's got 301 miles. So that should be plenty to get me home. So right, let's take this car home and leave my soggy one with Tesla to take a look at. So I thought I'd better give you a bit of an update then, because it's now Saturday. So I dropped the car off on Monday in Bristol, and it's now Saturday and I still don't have it back, and I'm here at my sister's house. Actually, we've come out for the day, so this is not my house, and we've driven the loaner car to get here because I've still got that bright white Model 3 that they've lent me. I got permission from them to drive it a little bit further than usual because we needed to come see my sister today. But yeah, my Model 3 is still in Bristol. Now, I did get a phone call from the technician at Tesla on Thursday, so 2 days ago, and he told me they'd found a leak in the front right chassis leg, I think it was. So I don't know exactly where that is, but I assume it's somewhere near the whole front driver's corner somewhere. And he said it was enough that quite a bit of water was getting in, and they've put lots of sealant on it. So I guess, I don't know, well, they masticed the car up and done some water testing, and it was better. They're drying out the carpets. No sign of any mould in there, and they're going to be changing the cabin filters as well, which will probably have got quite stinky and wet as well in the process. And that was on Thursday, and then on Friday I got a notification from the Tesla app saying that my date had been extended to, it's now 10th of October that it's going to be ready. So that's on Friday, so that'll be nearly 2 weeks in the workshop. And I'm guessing because they were going to do extra water testing on Friday, so yesterday, they must have found more leaks, or they're not fully fixed. I think they were going to be double checking the boot, because I did mention about all that water that was in the boot that you could hear sloshing around. And if I actually look at my car in the app now, I can see it sitting there with the boot open. I'll put a little overlay on so as you can see. So yeah, at the moment it's looking like their estimated completion is on Friday the 10th, and yeah, they're possibly working on the boot. I'm making a guess there. If they've got the boot open, they must have found another leak there, and they must be drying it out from there. So anyway, yeah, that's the update. I think this video is going to run on for at least another week. So it's now Thursday the 9th of October, and it's a whole week after I last heard from Tesla. In fact, I hadn't heard from them at all, so last night I messaged them in the Tesla app just to ask them what the status was, really. And then I heard back this morning to say that they're just taking a look and they can still see some water in the car. Now, it had plenty of time to dry out, they say, so there shouldn't be any water. But they did more testing and they could see that there was still a leak coming from an unknown location. Now, they didn't know where that location was, hence it being unknown, I guess. But they were going to do some more testing, taking the panelling off the car to try and find where it was coming from. And then they did find where it was coming from, and I'll put the message that they sent me on the screen actually so as you can read it, but I've got it written down here, and it's been traced to the driver's side A pillar, and because of that it's going to need more work to actually find exactly where the water is coming in and get it fixed. So it could be several more days yet before I get this car back. So I think I was due to get it back midday-ish tomorrow on the 10th, but that's not happening now. Yeah, I'm just waiting to find out what the conclusion is from the inspection as to where the water is coming from. So a bit of a mystery at the moment. Bear in mind, this was a certified pre-owned vehicle from Tesla's inventory, so it's supposed to come with a certain amount of trust and a certain condition attached to it, because they've put it through all of these special tests and inspections before they sell it. So it is a bit disappointing to see an official Tesla supplied certified pre-owned vehicle with so many faults. You would have thought they would have found these sort of issues before they sold it. I mean, checking to see if there's damp in the car, I would have thought would have been one check pretty high up on the list. I mean, I know it had been a pretty dry summer, so it's difficult to see, but surely they must, whatever tests they're doing on my car to find the water leak now, surely they must do that, or do a smoke test inside the car or something to see if anything's leaking out. I don't know. But yeah, it is a bit disappointing, but no more news at the moment. That's it for now. I'll let you know when I have more information from them. So I've had an update. It is now Tuesday the 14th of October. So the last update was last Thursday or Friday, I can't remember. But they can't find the leak. Well, they can see the water coming into the car. So inside the car they can see where it's coming in there. But on the outside they can't tell where it's getting in. And apparently it's in quite an awkward place. So it's like behind the dashboard, like behind the driver's footwell sort of area. So they can't get into it easily whilst pouring water on the car to be able to see where it's coming in. So it's making it quite tricky for them. They've said they've got other plans as well, so they know they can get plans of the car to work out where the water's coming in to try and investigate there. So I don't really know what they're going to do, but yeah, they're still working on it. To be fair, they do seem to be doing work on it, they do seem to be trying, and they are keeping me updated. There was a bit of a week where I didn't hear anything near the beginning, but after that I've heard lots, so it is dragging on a bit, which is a bit annoying. But I think it's worth reiterating here, this was a Tesla certified pre-owned vehicle, And when you buy one of those, it comes with a certain expectation of quality, and this is not the expectation that I had. But anyway, I was due to get it back tomorrow, that's Wednesday, at about midday-ish, 1 p.m, something like that. But I think that's looking quite unlikely, because I don't think they're going to manage to track down the leak miraculously and do all the sealant work, reassemble it and get it all ready for tomorrow. I mean, I could get a phone call later this evening. I'm not expecting one, but yeah, I'm expecting them to push the date a bit further back. I'm still using the loaner car, which is working okay. There's nothing wrong with the loaner car. I think I'm almost at the point where I've had the loaner car more than my own car, but that's another issue. Anyway, that's all for now. I'm on my way to collect my car. So I had a bit of a last minute message from the service centre this morning to tell me that the car was all repaired and ready for collection. So it's now Friday the 17th of October, and I'm just on a lunchtime trip to collect it from Bristol. Now, they have said that the issue was a very small leak in the seal in the front wheel arch. I'll put the message over the screen so as you can see what they actually said. Hopefully that means that the car is all dried out and smelling nice and watertight for the winter. Well, watertight forever, I hope, actually. But I know a lot of you on my previous videos were saying, why don't you reject it? You need to reject the car, you need to give it back to them, demand a different one. And the problem is, I've had it a bit too long. So I've had the car since July the 16th, I think I picked it up on, and going by my maths, that means that I've had it, I say my maths, I've written it down, I've had it for 93 days, and it has been, well, for this water leak, it has been there at the service centre for 18 days, and then prior to that it was another 3 days for the stalk problem, where it wouldn't go into drive or reverse or anything. So that is 21 days where it has been out of action, and that is about 23% of my ownership. I haven't been able to use the car. So what, I've had 77% of the time that I've owned it, I've been able to drive the car. The rest of the time it's either been in the service centre or it's been off the road with a fault. So that's not a great look really, especially for a certified pre-owned vehicle. But why didn't I reject it? Well, yeah, I've owned it a bit too long. I think you get 30 days, so there's 14 days under the distance selling regulations, and then I think it's 30 days right to reject if there's a problem on it. But I was outside of the 30 days when I got the first issue, and I know they've had 2 issues to repair, but I took some advice from some people in the automotive industry, because I don't really know my consumer rights properly here, but apparently it's per fault, not just how many faults you've had with the car. So I have to let them repair it. So it had one fault, they repaired it, but then it had a different fault, this water leak, and again I had to give them a chance to repair it. I can't just demand a replacement or demand to reject it. I did ask Tesla if they could replace it or give me an exchange on the vehicle, mainly as a goodwill gesture. I would have quite liked that. I'll be honest, if they offered me a replacement on it, I would take it if it was at least like for like. But no, they said no to that, which I think they're entitled to. I don't know, any consumer rights people, anyone who's an expert on consumer rights, if you let me know what the deal is there. But I'm pretty sure I had to let them repair it this time. But if it ever has a water leak within the warranty period, or within the next couple of weeks, I guess, if it's still not fixed, then that would be a second attempt to repair that they would need to make, and at that point I think I'm allowed to reject it. But again, I've taken advice from other people that are in the know, and I'm not an expert on consumer rights law or the Consumer Rights Act 2015, which is what I've been doing a lot of reading on. Anyway, I better carry on with this drive and get to Bristol. there we go, the car has been collected. It is now once again in my possession, and very kindly the technician who dealt with the water leak actually came out to see me as I was collecting it. They must have been keeping an eye on who was looking at the car, and yeah, he very nice of him to have shown me where the water leaks were, so as I knew for future reference. So the first water leak was in what he calls the chassis leg, and apparently that is quite a common issue that they have to deal with. They've got a standard process that they use to fix that issue, but the second one was very unusual and they hadn't seen it before, and it's basically in the wheel arch, or behind the wheel arch panel. I don't know what you call that panel, but there was a little tiny gap where the sealant wasn't quite sitting properly. So okay, I don't know whether it's like silicon sealant or whether it's an actual rubber seal or something like that. Whatever it was, there was a tiny little gap in it, just enough, I guess, to cause a capillary effect of water getting sucked through it. So yeah, he's sorted that out. I asked if it looked like that might have been from an accident repair. He said he didn't think so, given where it was. It looks more likely to have been there from new. So this problem could have been there ever since the car existed. There's a lot of traffic today, so I need to move across. I'm going to stop talking a second while I sort this out. So yeah, probably not in an accident, probably an issue with the car since it was new, which is way before I had it. I mean, this is what, over 4 years old now, so at least it's finally fixed. As to the smell, it's not, how do I put this, it's not quite smelling right in here. I think that might take a while to go. It smells, it's nowhere near as bad as it was before, I'll give it that. It isn't, I mean, it really stank of shit before, I'll be honest with you, but now it's just a slightly musty smell. I think that might take a little while to go. I might have to clean the carpets again or something, put an air freshener in, maybe get one of those new car scent things. I don't know. Maybe it's just stuck in my nose now and I'll always think this car smells. I don't know, could be one of them things. I'm easily influenced like that. But, you know,
in 1 mile, take exit 21 on the left onto M48 towards Chepstow.
Yeah, I know I'm going towards Chepstow. Right, well, how do I finish this video off? I guess whether this car is fixed or not, we will find out soon. I'm not going to put it in this video unless the car explodes on the way home and I manage to make it out. Yeah, I have lost a bit of confidence in this car, I'll be honest. It's taken the shine off my new toy quite a bit. I mean, this was supposed to be a nice, easy car for a couple of years, something that would get us backwards and forwards, maybe going on holiday, going to collect my daughter at university, some nice long journeys, not many long journeys, just to make the few long journeys that we do a lot easier. And it's taken the shine off it a bit with these couple of issues that I've had. It is Monday lunchtime, Monday the 20th of October, and we've had a lot of heavy rain here over the weekend, so I thought I'd come out and check to see whether the car was still dry inside. Now, in the actual footwells of the car, perfectly dry, no problem at all. But let me show you the boot. So the service centre fixed 2 leaks. There must be a third one somewhere. So I'm actually re-recording the ending of this video now because I'd already recorded one as I drove back from Bristol in the hope that this whole thing would be over, done and dusted, and I could start to enjoy the car again. I didn't realise a few days after I got it back that it was still going to have an issue. So yeah, right now at this moment in time, I don't actually know what I'm going to do about it. I've got to do something about it, but I'm still trying to work out my options here. So sorry to leave you on a cliffhanger. There will be another video that's hopefully not as long as this one that will go into the details of what the issue is once they find it, or what I plan to do, or whatever happens. I don't know. We'll figure it out in the next video. Anyway, a massive thank you here to my channel members, and they support the channel by paying a small monthly fee, and they get early access to my videos and some bonus content and a shout out here. Oh, and my patrons, channel membership and patrons. Yeah, if you'd like to support the channel in that way, then check out the links down in the description. Otherwise, please give this video a like, that's totally free, or subscribe to the channel if you're not already, that is also totally free. Thank you for watching, goodbye.